Bayer-Monsanto is boasting about their bullish financial outlook because they bought out the EPA in Congress. The EPA is proposing to bring back the banned herbicide dicamba and approve Bayer's new labels, which would open up the estimated $650 million market in North America. Dicamba drift has damaged millions of acres of crops and wildlife in only a few years and is associated with a number of cancers. Dicamba's reapproval would in turn increase production of GMO soybean and cottonseeds, which Bayer controls. Bayer-Monsanto and other chemical companies were able to once again control the EPA through regulatory capture. Trump's appointment for second-in-command at the EPA is lawyer David Fatoule, which has defended and represented chemical companies like Bayer-Monsanto. Fatoule helped roll back environmental regulations and water protections while working at the EPA during the first administration. Most recently, Fatoule challenged the EPA's ban on their carcinogenic compound asbestos. Fatoule also notably defended a paper company from lawsuits alleging PFAS contamination and led a group lawsuit against the EPA over their water standards for PCBs, which were produced by the Monsanto company. The two head appointments in the EPA's Office of Chemical Safety and Pollution Prevention also previously lobbied and worked for chemical companies. Then Ann Decleva worked for the American Chemistry Council and for 3 decades at DuPont, which is the chemical giant responsible for America's current PFAS forever chemical disaster. During her last EPA tenure, Decleva, quote, reportedly pushed employees to approve new chemicals based on less stringent assessments and retaliated against them if they raised concerns. The other appointment, Nancy Beck, is a former lobbyist for the American Chemistry Council, which is a chemical trade group funded by members like Bayer Crop Sciences. The leaders in the EPA worked, lobbied, and defended the same chemical companies they are now helping through deregulation. The second reason for Bayer-Monsanto's strong financial outlook stems from their confidence in containing all of their glyphosate liability by 2027. Bayer believes they can avoid the liability because of a positive rule they're seeking in the Supreme Court and lobbying in Congress. Bayer-Monsanto, alongside other agrochemical giants, have lobbied millions through the Modern Ag Alliance to federal and state officials to introduce laws that will grant them liability immunity. I've extensively covered this in 24 videos over the last year, with Section 453 in the House Appropriations Bill looking the most likely to pass next. There are only 2 weeks left to leave a public comment with the EPA in hopes of stopping dicamba's reapproval, which I linked in my bio for you.